Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyo Sri
Nana Shastra Vicharanayika Nipuno Sadharma Samsthapato
Nana Shastra Vicharanayika Nipuno Sadharma Samsthapato
Lokanam Hitakarinam Tribhuvane Manyo Sharanyakaro
Hitakarinam Tribhuvane Manyo Sharanyakaro
Krishna Bhatara Vinda Bhajana Nande Namastaliko
Radha Krishna Bhatara Vinda Bhajana Nande
Nande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyo Halfway, his tears was just flowing up because he knows the meaning of the verses of this thing of Shad Goswamis. There comes a place where he explains, especially for Raghunath Dasa Goswami. At that point, Maharaj was like, hold it in. Maharaj is an elderly person, and his voice is a little faltering. That adds special beauty to his bhajan.
Thank you. Thank you for singing it here. It's very difficult bhajan unless you practice. Thank you.
Only you want to read the meanings?
Yes.
So good.
No, you can read.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunandana Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunandana Dasa Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are always engaged in chanting the holy name of Krishna and dancing. They are just like the ocean of love of God, and they are popular both in the gentle and with the profanes because they are not envious of anyone. Whatever they do, they are all pleasing to everyone, and they are fully blessed by Lord Chaitanya. Thus, they are engaged in the missionary activities meant to deliver all the conditioned souls in the material universe.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are very expert in scrutinizingly studying all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. Thus, they are honored all over the three worlds, and they are worth taking shelter of because they are absorbed in the mood of the gopis and are engaged in the transcendental loving service of Radha and Krishna.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are very much enriched in understanding of Lord Chaitanya and who are thus expert in narrating his transcendental qualities. They can purify all conditioned souls from the reactions of their sinful activities by pouring upon them transcendental songs about glory. As such, they are very expert in reaching the limits of the ocean of transcendental bliss, and they are the saviors of living entities from the devouring mouth of liberation.
I offer my respectful obeisance unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who kicks off all association of aristocracy as a certificate in order to deliver the poor conditioned souls. They accepted loin clothes, treating themselves as mendicants, but they are always merged in the ecstatic ocean of the devotees' love for Krishna and bathe always repeatedly in the waves of that ocean.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who were always engaged in worshipping Radha Krishna in the transcendental land of Vrindavana, where there are beautiful trees full of fruits and flowers, which have under the roots all valuable jewels. The Goswamis are perfectly competent to bestow upon the living entities the greatest boon of the goal of life.
I offer my respect Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Dasa Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who were engaged in chanting the holy names of the Lord and going down in a scheduled measurement in the way they utilized their valuable life, and in executing these devotional activities, they conquered over eating and sleeping and were always meek and humble, enchanted by remembering the transcendental qualities of the Lord.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, who were sometimes on the bank of the Radha lake or the shores of the Yamuna, and sometimes at Vamsi. There they appear just like madmen in the full necessity of love for Krishna, exhibiting different transcendental symptoms in their bodies, and they were merged in the ecstasy of Krishna consciousness.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Dasa Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who were chanting very loudly everywhere in Vrindavan, shouting, Queen of Vrindavan, Radha, O Lalita, O son of Nanda Maharaj, where are you all now?
Thank you.
Are you just on the hill of Govardhana, or are you under the trees on the bank of the river? Where are you? These were their moves in executing Krishna consciousness.
Vrindavan 6 Goswamis ki. Great. करता नहीं. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Just thought of Mahesh Prabhu and he entered. I just thought of you. You were there.
Am I correct? Hare
Shri Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजाङ्गये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरविषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौब्राह्मणाय च जगद्युताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। करोति वाचालं पंगुभंगाय गिरिनद्रिपातमां वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं श्री परमानंद माधव श्री चैतन्य ईश्वर। ओम पवित्रो सर्वावस्थं गतो विभो यस्मरेत् पुंडरीकाक्षं सव्याभ्यन्तरं श्री विष्णु Hare Krishna. Can you check if the bass is zero for all of them? Treble is full and bass is. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. All the bass, top to bottom. All of them are zero. And all the trebles are full. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. रोहित प्रभु अंदर आ जाइए रस्ते में माता जी कैन यू क्लियर द वे प्लीज कम इन सिट देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ स्पेस Mataji in blue color, please come inside. All of you, please. That's the way to come. So if you're sitting there, then. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Just read this once more. नान्यं गुणेभ्य कर्तारं
नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं
यदा द्रष्टान पश्यति
यदा दृष्टां पश्यति
गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति
गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति
मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति.
मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति.
Translation: when one properly sees that all activities, that in all activities, no other performer is at work than these modes of nature, he knows the Supreme Lord, who is a transcendental. Through all these modes, he attains my spiritual nature. We discussed this last week. Gunanetan adityaktrin dehi deha samudbhavan janma mrityu jara dukhe Umukto amritamashnute. That the embodied being is able to transcend these three modes associated with the material body. He can become free from birth, death, old age, and their diseases. He can enjoy nectar even in this life. So this was last week. So basically, Krishna in the last two verses told how much we all are bound by the three modes of material nature, and when we become unbound by them, then we can easily transcend the birth and death. Easily we can come out of the cycle. So if we are affected by the three modes of material nature, Sattva-guna, Raja-guna, Tamo-guna, then happy to. Yeah. So Rajaguna, Tamoguna, and Sattva-guna. As long as we are entangled in these three things, we cannot transcend the birth and death. We cannot. What does it mean? It means many things we discussed last week. But if we are feeling insecure of our settlement in this life, we will remain in this life only. If we are thinking or trying to make a settlement in this world, we will remain in this world only. Which means we are within the modes of primitive, modes of material nature, right? If we are thinking we are going to achieve something and leave a great mark in this world, we will come back to this world only. Okay? We should not be affected by Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Seems like very difficult, right? Seems like very difficult. Niryogakshamam Atmavan. Traigunya Vishya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavatana, Nirdvandva Nitya Sattvasto, Niryogakshamam Atma. Yogakshama also you should not be attached to. Meaning, am I thinking about my safety here? That is also an attachment. And you will come back here. Because you are agreeing that this is a place, a reality, and I can stay here. That is when you think about safety and all that, right? Do we really think we are safe in this world? No. None of us are. But still we plan. There's nothing wrong in planning. But the planning should not be to think that, I'm going to find enjoyment here. Okay? I'll settle down here. That thought should not be there. Of course, we should plan our financials. We're all grahasthas. We should plan our children's future, our retirement planning. All that is okay. But when God comes, you should not tell that, you disturbed my retirement plan. You should not be attached to any of these plans. So thank you very much. Krishna, thank you for coming in advance and taking me back. It's like you invested in mutual funds for 30 years. Now you are going to get 1 lakh per annum. And Krishna says, okay, tomorrow morning. Krishna, but now only I'm going to get results. How can you come and tell like that? Nir-yoga-kshema Mahatma. No question of yoga-kshema. There is nothing like final settlement here. Right? And even in devotional life also, Sattva-guna also. I've constructed this temple. Just inauguration is pending, Krishna. Tomorrow, come and take me. No. Your job was to construct, not to inaugurate. Am I attached to inauguration? Yes, then come back. Yeah. Continue. Right? Hare Krishna. That's how Prabhupada was. Look at Prabhupada's life. Was he attached to anything in his world? Nothing. He was not attached to anything in his world. Even ISKCON he was not attached. He made ISKCON as an offering to his God, his Guru, and then he told his disciples, now take this forward. Right? And when the right time came, he went to sit in Vrindavan. He did not sit in the GBC saying, to the last minute I'll have a GBC meeting. No. He said, I've created the GBC. Done. You take care of it now. Of course, he was guiding. He told, ISKCON is my body. Don't leave ISKCON. If you leave ISKCON, it's like you are leaving me. He was very instructive on that. But at the same time, he had his own clear understanding of what he is doing here. Don't be attached to good. Don't be attached to bad. There is nothing to be attached to. Everything is happening as per the plan of Krishna. Last words of Prabhupada, as per his disciples, of course we have to cooperate, but he told that everything is being done by Krishna only. These are the words of Prabhupada. Everything is being done by Krishna only. And we keep forgetting it most of the time. No, Krishna is doing something, I am also doing something. Without me, what can Krishna do? That's another level. Now let us see what Arjuna is asking. Arjuna uvacha Kairlingai strin gunanetan Apito bhavati prabho Kim achara katham chaitam Strin gunan ativartate Arjuna inquired, my dear Lord, by which symptoms is one known who is transcendental to these three modes? What is his behavior? And how does he transcend the modes of nature? Arjuna had almost the same question we all have. Okay, Krishna, you are talking big principle, transcend the modes. Otherwise he can't. But how do I do that? Show me somebody or tell about somebody who has transcended modes. Right? How does he, what is his behavior? How will he behave in his normal life? And how does he transcend the modes of nature? In this verse, Arjuna's questions are very appropriate. He wants to know the symptoms of a person who has already transcended the material modes. He first inquires of the symptoms of such a transcendental person. How can one understand that he has already transcended the influence of modes of material nature? The second question asks how he lives and what his activities are. Are they regulated or non-regulated? Then Arjuna inquires about the means by which he can attain the transcendental nature. That is very important. Unless one knows the direct means by which one can be situated always transcendentally, there is no possibility of showing the symptoms. So all these questions put up by Arjuna are very important, and the Lord answers. After the class, I want to know what mantra is it. Sorry. No.
I'm there for you.
మేమందరం ఆయన వెనకాలనే ఉన్నాం. రోజు గుర్తు పెట్టుకోండి. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada is so beautifully telling here that Arjuna asked the most appropriate questions. Talking about these three modes is all great. Transcending the three modes theory is very great. But how do you apply it in life? And how to identify somebody who has already applied? Right? So for which Krishna gives one direct answer, Kapak. All three verses at once. Right? Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Prakasham cha pavitram cha.
Prakasham cha pavitram cha.
Moham eva cha Pandava.
Moham eva cha Pandava.
Nadvesti sampravartani.
Nadvesti sampravartani.
Na nivrattani kankshati.
Na nivrattani kankshati.
Udasina vat asino.
Udasina vat asino.
Gunairyona vichalyate.
Gunayrona vichalyate.
Gunavartanta iti etam.
Gunavartanta iti
Evam yo avadisthanti nemtate.
Yo avadisthanti nemtate.
Samadukha sukha samas dukha sukha swastha. Samalostam sakam shana. Samalostam sakanchana. Tulya priya priyodhiras.
Tulya priya priyodhiras.
Tulya nidatma samstuti.
Tulya nidatma samstuti.
Manapa mana yostulyas. Tulyo mitrari pakshayo. Sarvaramba paristyagi. Gunatita sa uchyate. I just read it, no need to repeat after me, it's a long one. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion when they are present or long for them when they disappear, who is unwavering and undisturbed through all these reactions of the material qualities, remaining neutral and transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active, who is situated in the self and regards alike happiness and distress, who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is equal towards the desirable and the undesirable, who is steady, situated equally well in praise and blame, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friend and enemy, and who has renounced all material activities. Such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature. Hare Krishna. So let's take one item at a time. Let's understand, because Prabhupada's purport is there. Let's spend a little more time once again. O son of Pandu, who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion when they are present, or long for them when they disappear? Who does not hate? Basically, that's the whole fundamental thing. See, we become very averse. When we learn something in life, we say that that is right, and when somebody is not performing that, we say he is wrong. And then we go to such an extent that we make him realize that he is wrong. That is also your attachment to that only. For example, you are leaving tea and coffee. Right? You left tea and coffee. You will see somebody who is drinking tea like he is a villain. You are also drinking tea and coffee till yesterday. You left tea and coffee. He did not leave tea and coffee. Doesn't mean you are hero and he is zero. Just think about it. Huh? టీ అండ్ కాఫీ నా చీచ్. Right? You left eating meat doesn't mean you have become a hero and he is a zero. Because attachment to either is also attachment still. If you are attached to leaving something, that's equal to having it. There is no question of being attached to leaving it. You know it's not good, you left it. You are not attached to leaving it. You understand? Sometimes you just rise above and then you don't care about it. That's I'm done. I don't have to be attached to leaving it also. Immaturely, many, especially people who come to Krishna consciousness, ISKCON, in the initial days they leave a lot of things. And if you ask them to preach, the first thing they preach is that only. And as a result, what happens? People who are coming there think that is what is Krishna consciousness. They don't talk about what they are supposed to understand in Krishna consciousness. They only talk about, hey, are you still eating meat? Are you drinking tea? Are you, seeing illicit things? You have to leave all that. Right? He will leave all that. We all left that. We all left, everybody left so many things. But we left it as a result of higher taste. Not as a result of a condition. Just imagine if you put a board outside, beside that, below that Bhakti center, Bhakti center Gachibowli, no meat eaters allowed here. Even a vegetarian will think, what are this kind of people? Forget about meat eaters. Even vegetarian will think, what kind of board is this? Agree? Huh? Or if you are drinking tea and coffee, you cannot come. Nobody from Kalni will come. They'll ban this road only. What kind of road is this? Right? Because that is not the agenda of ISKCON. Let us be very clear about it. Agenda of ISKCON, the goal of life is not to leave meat eating. The goal of life is Krishna Prema. We should not forget that. If you are attached to the means of achieving Krishna Prema, then we can never attain Krishna Prema. Our focus should be Krishna Prema. And everybody can attain Krishna Prema because Krishna is giving it to everybody. Right? Now we should inspire and we should get inspired by the result, not just by the process. Process will help. It is needed. But it will anyway work. When you start coming to satsang, when you start mingling with devotees, you start spending time, automatically they themselves will know, what is right, what is wrong. Some things have to be told once, showed many times, and behaved in the right way, they'll automatically leave. We do the reverse. We behave sometimes, tell many times, shout many times. As if that is the agenda of the whole thing. No, that is not the agenda. Right? Of course we have to tell, but are we attached to it is a question. How many times you have seen somebody eating meat and you started with, see, it's rendered. That only means you are still attached to meat. That's all it is. That only means your taste for it has not gone. You are indirectly attached, but you have made a decision you will not eat, but you are still attached. The day you are detached, then you will not see any faults with it. As simple as that. Same thing you just extend it to finding faults with devotees. We say a pure devotee doesn't see faults. No, pure devotee definitely he sees faults in others. But he understands that faults also exist. And he accepts to carry on with it. He doesn't make a big deal out of it. He knows how to live with people who have faults and how to inspire people who have faults. He is not attached to faults. That's why in our Sampradaya, Gurus tell, if you are seeing faults in others means you have those faults. This is exactly the same thing. Reverse of the same coin. You are seeing faults in somebody means you are interested to see those faults means you have those faults. That is the reason you have said no to those faults, but you are still attached to those faults. Right? If somebody comes and says, for example, somebody comes and says, I am attached to seeing bad things in internet. What will your reaction? Sikunda. Ignorant satsang vastuno. Gudunda. Huh? What are you thinking? If you tell like that, is there a solution for that? That poor fellow is coming and telling, help me. Instead of helping him, you are saying that he is not qualified to be here, he is completely nonsense and all that. Why are you reacting so wildly? Because you are also attached to the same thing. As simple as that. If you are above it, you will immediately understand, these things will go, don't worry, Prabhu. Matter of time, they'll go. It's not easy. So many vasanas are there. They keep coming back. Don't worry. Keep chanting. Keep coming to festivals. This Thursday we are Nityantrayadashi. In front of Nityananda Prabhu, ask for that benediction. Beg for him. Remove that lust out of me. Remove that tendency out of me. Keep begging. I will also come and pray with you. This is called compassion, not seeing faults. That means you are not attached to that. Right? So the first one, he who does not hate illumination, attachment and delusion when they are present or long for them when they disappear. Either ways. Who is unwavering and undisturbed through all these reactions of material qualities. Prabhu, something bad is happening. Some people are behaving in a very bad way. What do you expect in Kali Yuga? Sometimes two devotees will sit down and they are discussing about Kali Yuga. Prabhuji, you చూసిందా? నేను కూడా చూసినా. ఎట్లా Prabhuji? You కూడా చూసిందా? నేను కూడా చూసినా. Have seen? You have seen. Huh? What did you see? How bad is it? Okay, you saw that. Can we leave the discussion? Can we go to the next one? No. What kind of people are there these days? All chiller people, Prabhuji. All this Prabhuji. Are you unnad ekkada? Kali Yuga unno. Are you sitting here and glorifying Kali Yuga? Kali Yuga, anyway, these things will happen. What is Kali famous for? Quarrels and hypocrisy. Why are we sitting here and glorifying quarrels and hypocrisy? Anyway, it will happen. We should get an understanding of it and move on. Right? We should get an understanding it and move on. If you see something bad, pray. Hare Krishna, please. How can we transcend this? When will these people understand what they are doing is not good for them? How can they come over them? Just pray for it. And we can also pray for ourselves. But we are not sitting here to discuss. Bros, can you please clear the way? All of you are sitting on the way. Come inside. If one person sits, everybody sits. Mataji, please come here. If you don't mind, please come inside. Seeing you, somebody else will sit this side. Hare Krishna. Please continue. Right? Who is unwavering and undisturbed through all these reactions of material qualities. Somebody is doing charity, is expecting something. What you have to do? Tell me. Somebody came to you and told, Prabhu, I am giving this donation for this festival. Make sure my family name is there on the notice board. What should be a reaction? He's in Rajoguna. He's in Rajoguna. Understood? He's giving, but he's expecting. What should be a reaction? Take it, put the notice board. What is the problem? Put it on the notice board. Don't make a hue and cry out of it. Prabhuji, sit down. I'll give you a class now. He'll not give the donation. All I'm asking is, write my name there, people will see, they'll bless me. Some motive they might have. You don't have to make a big deal out of it. Take the donation. At least he's donating for God. Let him get that opportunity. Right? You don't have to take an immediate class making him say that, you're Rajoguna people do like this. Your knowledge, your action, your this. Did you read the 14th chapter? Krishna is telling in 2nd chapter, acts like charity should never be stopped. Should never be stopped. So, dualities of material nature we'll see everywhere. Don't be attached to it. Don't get boggled by it. This knowledge is to purify us, not others. Right? When we get this knowledge, when we are acting on it, we should try to make sure that I am not acting in a detrimental way. Whatever Rajoguna is there, I am trying to transcend it. Yes, I want my name on the notice board, but I don't want to put it. That's my internal struggle. That's my internal struggle. We don't have to impose it on others. We don't have to impose it on others. And make a big hue and cry and start discussing. Prabhuji, Prabhuji, what kind of people are coming, Prabhuji? They're expecting this, Prabhuji, they're expecting that, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, how can we run like this? Hare? Why are you getting into a discussion about it? Because that is Kali Yuga, Baba. That is the qualities here. What do you expect? If Prabhupada would have thought like this, where would all of us be? Right? He gives an opportunity. He is even now giving an opportunity. You know, one devotee, Prabhuji, I am preaching, Prabhu. People are coming and crying in my class. I saw tears coming down. The philosophy is so great. Our Vedic philosophy is so great. Please hear that interview. Our Vedic philosophy is so great. Prabhupada has so beautifully told us how to understand it. Anybody repeats Prabhupada's message, you can see results in front of you. You will automatically see results in front of you. You don't have to say that, no. You don't have to feel also that, Prabhuji, I think I'm preaching good now. You nor muskoni, Prabhupada cheppindi chepte, everybody will become a devotee there. Not because of you, because of the message. The message itself is so pure. Repeating the message as it is makes somebody a devotee. Right? You don't take credit out of it. Ni message, huh? Prabhu, I told Dukkalayam Ashwashwatam Prabhuji. Must effect padda Prabhuji. Are picture net war ni telsara Dukkalayam Ashwashwatam. Did you know it was Dukkalayam Ashwashwatam? You also came to satsang. Sukhalayam Shashwatam. You also came like that. One devotee told you Dukkalayam Ashwashwatam. You also learned it here only. Now you are going and telling somebody, and that fellow is getting affected. It's a very nice philosophy. Is Dukkalayam Ashwashwatam important or you are important? What is the prominence here? The message itself is so clear. Right? When we become preachers, when we are repeating, everybody is a preacher. Tell me who is not a preacher? Everybody is a preacher by nature. Somebody sits here and talks, somebody sits there and talks. Or somebody stands up and talks, somebody while eating will talk. It's our nature to share. Prabhupada writes in a purport in first canto, everybody is talking. Lawyer is talking to lawyer, bird is talking to bird, dog is talking to dog. Everybody is talking to somebody. But a Krishna conscious devotee is talking about Krishna. And that's what a human being should be doing. So everybody is talking to somebody. Even a bird will go that side. You'll see some fruits there on the way back. That is also preaching. Bird is also preaching. That is also preaching. Ant also will go eat something. On its way back, it will tell this end, that end, this end, that end, this end, that end. Those 10 will go touch it again, this end, that end. That in 2 minutes you will see all ants come there. But the purpose of that satsang is what? Getting that food to the anthill. Right? That is also kind of a sang only, but it's not satsang. It is sang of ants. Right? When we are preaching also, we are preaching what? Any philosophy? Is it our philosophy? SSR who created? We created. Who created SSR? మనం తయారు చేసాం 3 ఏళ్ల ముందు ఏం తెలియదు మనకు 3 years back 4 years back we have no knowledge of. We came here, we learned it, we are repeating it, so people are getting affected. Who should take that credit? Krishna. He is the one who knows how to preach, and through you he is preaching. He is using it. Thank you, Krishna. Please use me. Please use me. Don't leave me. Please use me. And when you are doing, again and again you are repeating 4 regulative principles. No meat-eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. You are repeating it. Who are you repeating it for? Yourself. Because when you go outside, following it is so difficult. How many here have stopped meat-eating? Lift your hand. When you see a beautiful body outside, will you feel nice about it? That's another form of meat-eating only. Another form meat eating. Right? There is gross and subtle forms of meat eating. At what level are we talking here? And at what level we are thinking it's done? No intoxication. No intoxication doesn't mean only leaving tea and coffee. No intoxication means leaving your favorite prasadam item. Also. That is also another kind of intoxication only. I want to enjoy this item. Right? Or take a dabba there before first pack. Then we'll talk. Intoxication only. We are attached. Intoxication principle is what? Tapasya. Tapasya. Intoxication comes from the principle of tapasya. Can I do tapasya? Am I doing tapasya? That is the fundamental principle. And if something is, you're getting attracted to it, you will say no. I've seen senior devotees doing it. How deliberately did that? Can't you believe? I was serving a brahmachari. And brahmachari I gave, came to our house, gave dosa chutney, something like that. And we felt, they never eat. One devotee, dosa chutney, interpreted manchiga. He told that in front of the brahmachari. Can you imagine? The brahmachari never eats. He is eating because to make us happy. And this devotee is standing there and serving and telling, Prabhu, Prabhu, you can nicely give him. He thinks that statement will impress the brahmachari. How unfortunate that is. Your consciousness is so low, you are thinking brahmachari will appreciate you saying that you don't get it outside. Since you are coming to the house, we are giving you dosa and chutney. The brahmachari didn't say a single word. I felt so horrible. How can you say that? Maybe your intention is right, but you are so immature. Who are you dealing with? What kind of people are you dealing with? You should understand. Your intention might be right, correct only. Maybe you want to give that because once in a while they have that. But doesn't mean you tell in front of them. And the brahmachari did not stop eating. If I would have been the brahmachari, I would have got up and said, go hell with your dishes. I don't think I've come here to eat this. He just kept quiet. That is the greatness of the brahmachari. He kept quiet. And he just honored whatever we gave. Next day, Prabhu, what should I serve? I only want fruits, Prabhu. Finish. I only want fruits. Now, what did the brahmachari think then? The greatest of the brahmacharis thought, Krishna sent me a message that I should remain renounced. He did not think that this devotee spoke so wrongly about me. My intention was not to go and eat dosa in the devotee's house. You understand? What his conclusion is? See the greatness of a devotee. He wants to make sure that Krishna, in his heart, will not punish the devotee. If he thinks wrong about the devotee, Krishna will punish the devotee. So even in my heart, in the innermost feeling, I don't want to think wrong about the devotee. So Krishna, thank you. You sent me a message. Through the devotee, I'm very grateful. Actually, the devotee didn't mean that. You only made the devotee say that because I came to that house, he is serving all these things. Indirectly, I should not be attached to grahastha life. I should not be attached to good food. That is the cause for my fall down. I should not eat. Prabhu, when we are dealing with sadhus, one Maharaj came to my house. I served him pizza. I served him Shrikand. I served him this. I served him that. You really think he has come to your house for that? You are actually punishing his diet by doing all that nonsense. Why are you serving all those things? Because you are attached to them. You are attached to them. You think that is enjoyment. So you want to give that enjoyment to that sadhu also. That's the indirect reflection. That's all it is. Neekunnada attachment. So you want to give that to that sadhu also. And that poor sadhu, he is already fighting with his senses. He is fighting it more than you in that ashram. He is coming to your house only to check the bucket. పోయిన సంవత్సరానికి ఈ సంవత్సరం వీకినావా అక్కడే కూర్చున్నావా ఒక రౌండ్ అన్న పెంచినావా అదే మాలకు తెంచినావా ఏం చేస్తున్నావు అది చూడడానికి వచ్చాడు నువ్వేం చేస్తున్నావు పిజ్జా and you bless me that I am giving you something you will not get in your ashram. అర్థమవుతుందా ఎట్లుంటుందో సటల్ థాట్ ప్రాసెస్ మన అటాచ్మెంట్స్ ఎట్లుంటే అర్థమవుతుందా నీకు దొరకంది నేను తినిపిస్తున్నా అంటే ఏంది నేను గ్రేట్ రా నేను తినిపిస్తాను సేవ లేదు అక్కడ I remember once I was in Boston temple. It was I think it was after Bhagavatam class. Yeah, it was after Bhagavatam class. His Holiness Niranjan Swami Maharaj gave the Bhagavatam class. Right? Niranjan Swami Maharaj, let me remember it correctly. I don't want to say something wrong. He has a salad breakfast. Salad and fruits, cut fruits, something like that. A plate full of it he has. But he has it in the morning. He has it in the morning. Right? Niranjan Swami Maharaj finishes his 16 rounds before Mangalarati. That is the standard. He'll get up before Mangalarati, he's done with the 16 rounds. Then he has something to eat. He has the diet restriction, something like that is there. One devotee, after Bhagavatam class, he was telling Maharaj, we have made your prasadam ready. I was there in the hall. So, now, devotee's intention is good. He is going and telling, Maharaj, please have. We made it ready. Everything is ready. And his servant was there. Maharaj's servant was there. I was sitting somewhere this close after the class. He said, Prabhu, I have my meal in the morning. I don't have it till evening again. My diet is over. No, but Maharaj, it's very nice. We made it for you. Everything is ready. Prabhu, my restriction, my time is done. I'm done. He was trying to put it in the most best way. But the devotee was not listening. He was not listening to the sadhu. Maharaj, but it's all there because he brought something. He wants to give that Maharaj something. He has that attachment. Or nothing wrong with it. Don't see wrong in the devotee also. I'm telling about the mistakes we subtly do, knowingly or unknowingly. First time I saw Niranjan Maharaj straight looking into his face, can't you hear what I am saying? I'm done with my diet. If I eat this now, it will spoil my health. I'm traveling. I have to make sure my health is good. Then the devotee, then he got a. But you know what? Sometimes Maharajas don't do that. Because you are forcing, they will eat. I have heard this from my own Guru Maharaj, Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He came back from a satsang, he was vomiting in the ashram. Completely vomiting. And not one time, he was like diarrhea, vomiting. And his servant told Maharaj, sorry, what happened, Maharaj? He was, no, that's okay, Prabhu. What happened? No, Maharaj, did you eat something? Then Maharaj told, what can I do? They are serving so lovingly. They told me they have made everything this for me only. I can't refuse. Prabhu's while serving prasadam, please, I'm telling all of you, remove your materialistic tendency out of your head. Serve what the sadhu needs, not what you want. And serve only to that extent. They are in a tapasya. Don't break the tapasya. You don't become that Menaka. Very sensitive when we are dealing with sadhus. No means no. Both that in the leper, they know. They know. They are telling you. With great difficulty, they are telling you no. Actually, because they also know you want to serve them. They also know. When they are telling you with great difficulty no, you can say, Prabhuji, please let me know whenever you want. Let me know whenever. That's a good way. Maharaj, please let me know whenever it's needed. I will very comfortable tell yes, I will let you know. I will let you know. I'm telling all these things because many sadhus are visiting us one after the other. Sometimes they might visit our house, sometimes they might visit the center, sometimes they might visit any place. Our demeanor, our behavior, our actions in front of them should not be according to our plans, should be according to their plans. That's all. When Indraduni Maharaj came here, everybody wants to serve Indraduni Maharaj. Their servants told me very clearly, Maharaj will not have breakfast, he may have lunch after your program. I said, if you are telling may have lunch, what am I supposed to do? Should I have the lunch ready? Or should I make it hot right after the lecture? Because we want to serve hot. See, we have a thought, we want to serve it hot. That's it. Then they said, Prabhu, that Mataji very clearly told me, Prabhu, don't add too much pressure on me. This is how Maharaj is. Maharaj may have, Maharaj may not have. Let us see when it comes. I also understood. Okay, Mataji, I got the message. All the Maharaj servants will have after Maharaj has. That's their standard. Until their Guru eats, they will not eat. No breakfast, no lunch. If he doesn't eat till night, they will not eat. They are traveling with him. 15 of them, they will not eat. Their standard. It's very clear. At least thinking about that Maharaj will have. But they are not putting a pressure on it. But they have that standard. And actually our Guru Parampara says, you should eat the remnants of Guru. Until then, there is no question of eating. So, Maharaj came here, he did the program. I'm thinking, will he eat or will he not eat? When the next program is getting ready, we are distributing books. Will he eat? Will he not eat? I looked at his servant. His servant said, pack it. Because Maharaj told, we'll leave. Same whole prasadam, whole carrier. I don't know where the carrier is. Find out where it is. Well, I'm going to temple, I'll get it. I don't know why am I sitting in between. See, I'm attached to the carrier. The lecture is a carrier pattu. So point is, the whole carrier we made it ready for him and his servants also. And the whole carrier went to Nirendra Prabhu's center. And I called Nirendra Prabhu and told. He said, Prabhuji, did Maharaj have lunch? He said, Prabhu, he has not had here. He may have at your place. He may not have at your place. I am sending the prasad. You don't worry. Entire prasad is coming. With plates, entire carrier is coming. He said, okay. He understood. He is a senior devotee. He knows how much we can force or fiddle. He knows very clearly. You can ask, Maharaj, will you have prasad? You can ask that. But don't keep a plate, start keeping it, Maharaj, have it now. That's not love. That's your attachment to show what you think you want. Always take the permission to do things. Right? Maharaj did not have lunch there also. 2:30. Nobody has eaten anything. Maharaj went to the temple. He is supposed to give an evening class to youth. That starts at 5:30. Maharaj went to temple at I think 2:30 or 3. He said he will take rest. Nobody ate anything. I think in 4:30 Maharaj took, and then after that his disciples had prasad. That's what I got to know. Okay? Now this is how their disciples are teaching us how we should behave with the Guru. You are not here to extraordinarily serve and disturb your Guru. You are here to be available when Guru needs it. And be very clear about what they want and how they are. Sometimes they teach us with strict instruction, sometimes they teach us mercifully. And sometimes they don't teach us, they suffer. We were in Charlotte. I'll tell one more instance. We were in Charlotte in Srinivasacharya Prabhu's house. Our Srinivasacharya Prabhu. His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj came there. First time in my life, I'm very scared of Maharaj. Like, for some reason, his lectures straight to the point. I always wanted to garland him, but my hands were shaking. So he gave me the garland. Like this, I went, put the Maharaj. Dandot Prabhu Maharaj. Yes, Hare Krishna. Then I sat down, I was hearing the class. He told very clearly, his servant came and told, Maharaj has soup. His evening pressure is only soup at that time. I don't know now. Only soup. It should be lukewarm. And he has it at 5:45. 5:45 he has soup. That's the clear indication. And he told it has to be 5:45. Keep it ready 5:45. Exactly at 5:45, Maharaj got up from the lecture, in between the lecture. He looked at his servant. Yes, Maharaj. Maharaj came there. He sat. Mataji wanted to heat it a little more. She got it at 5:50. Maharaj got up and came back to the lecture. He did not have dinner. The Mataji is crying. Oh, what did he do? What did he do? He did not have lunch. He did not have dinner that day. He just continued the lecture, finished his bhajan, Hare Krishna, then he left. But he very clearly taught how to behave with the Guru. You don't do something extraordinary. You have to do what you are told to do. That is how we are trained, right? We have to be trained. Evaro oka train cheyali kada. Right? Once Prabhupada was having his Rajbhog lunch. When Mataji was bringing, no, wait a second. Prabhupada told, do the offering. And one devotee was inside the altar, one devotee is running into the altar again and again. Prabhupada said, what is going on? Then he saw, they become so ecstatic, they want to serve only hot puris to Krishna. So they are making one puri, running with the puri inside, keeping it there. Again they are running outside, bringing another puri, they are keeping it there. Prabhupada called them, what are you doing? Prabhupada, we are serving hot puris to Krishna. So they went, no, you can't do that. I know you want to love, I know you want to have personal exchange, doesn't mean you can behave like that. When the Bhoga offering is done, Radharani is serving Krishna. You want to go and disturb him? You make everything you want to make, keep it there. Follow the etiquette. Follow the etiquette. Don't do anything extraordinary because you like to do like that. You like hot puri. You think Krishna can't heat his own puri? He is heating the sun only there. He doesn't need a microwave or hot puri to come there. He can heat it anyways. You don't have to, because you are attached to hot puri. You want to serve hot puri in your own way. So, see, these are transcending modes. This is not that easy. These modes are so subtly inside you. You like to eat something. You think that is luxury. You think that is great. And you want to serve it to sadhu because sadhu will not get it anywhere else. What is that? I mean, you want to find faults in it, you can find faults in it. There is a good side to it also. Oh, I think we should serve something different to sadhu. That's okay. But don't expect him to eat it and don't force him to eat it. Right? That's not a right etiquette. And the etiquette starts from at all levels in the satsang also. Right? When you are serving there, serve how much is being asked. Serve only that much. We don't have to serve more and show that you love them. Right? ఒక్క స్కూప్ లో ఇంత కిచిడి వేస్తే వాడు రేపు పొద్దున నవ్వుతూనే ఉంటాడు. అవసరం లేదు. Sir, not you can ask how much should I serve. That's actually good. అది నిజమైన ప్రేమ. అని గుండ్రంగా తయారు చేస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది? हिंदी में समझ में आया भावनाओं को समझ गए ना, गोल बन जाएंगे अपन सर्व कर करके. ऐसा नहीं है. And another thing, let me tell Prabhu, because don't take it in wrong spirit. There I was finding faults or something. Somebody someday you have to learn. Never take others' plate without their permission. It's not right. If they give, you take. You can ask, can I take? But never pull the plate. It's not the right etiquette. I have seen sadhus, by Krishna's grace, some amazing sadhus came to our house. When we served, they leave the plate. They leave the plate. You take it. That is their bhiksha to you. That is their, what is that? Their mercy to you. They're allowing you to pick up their plate. They will actually allow. I've seen that. The person who knows the etiquette, he allows it. You go and I am the grasta here, it's my right to do that seva. You have to give me the plate. Don't get into that argument. He wants to give the mercy, he'll give. If he's picking up the plate and going, you can say, can I? No, leave it there. He doesn't want to give that mercy to you. Now he doesn't want to. Or he's too humble to do it. Leave the matter there. Don't try to make it a target that you will finish that task like that. That is also an attachment in service. Attachments are very subtle. Very subtle. You can ask a devotee. Once in New Vrindavan it happened. We 3 devotees were sitting. I'll not name the devotees. We all 3 were sitting. We have fun. Devotees means sometimes we have nice fun. So one devotee was sitting like this. He finished his prasadam. Another devotee is sitting here. He also finished. So this devotee told this devotee, I will take his plate. So they made a plan. So this devotee called him. I want to tell you something. Yes, Prabhu. The moment he bent that day, it pulled the plate from there. This was seen by Yugal Kishore Prabhu. He was there somewhere. Immediately, Prabhu, okay, Prabhuji, come on, Prabhu. He just took the Prabhuji. Okay. I'm not make a big deal out of it. But Yugal Kishore Prabhu came and told, this is not right. The same tendency can go at next level tomorrow. It will go. Slowly, one day you'll pull the plate of sadhu also. Then this Kurna. What will the sadhu say? Angels? He'll think, which Shiksha Guru gave training to this fellow? Right? You have to understand. Our motive to serve is to make them happy, not with our attachments. Respect their detachments, honor their detachments, be available to serve. That's all is our role. Don't go beyond that. Right? Sometimes sadhus correct nicely. When Mataji was here recently, Urmila Mataji or Devaki Mataji, I heard so many Matajis got purified. She is very clear. Why are you serving me all this? I did not ask for it. That's another level, That's actually mercy. She is humbling all of us. Recently I was serving Dinabadhu Road. I got that opportunity. Soft dosa. He had a little bit. He had the second dosa. He said, dosas in Vrindavan are like cardboard. We are so soft. Very nice, Prabhu. I felt, yes, Prabhu. Nice Prabhu was bringing one by one dosa. He had the second dosa. He said, I'm done. They are so small dosas, actually, this much. He had second dosa and he said, I'm done for the evening. I will not take more than that. Immediately Prabhuji came. I said, stop. I stopped him. No, మన ట్రైనింగ్ ఎట్లుందంటే వేసేస్తాం ఫస్ట్ దాని తర్వాత డిస్కషన్ నాయన నువ్వు ఆగ్రా పోవాలి డేంజరస్ ఇట్స్ వెరీ డేంజరస్ యు ఆర్ డీలింగ్ విత్ సాధు హిస్ స్టమక్ విల్ బి స్పాయిల్డ్ రే బాబా he knows how much he has to. He has not come from Vrindavan to Hyderabad to have your dosa. Right? He is giving us an opportunity to serve. So anyway, this can keep going on. There are many examples like this. But what I am trying to tell here is, don't be attached to you. Don't show your attachments on others in the name of service. They are your attachments now. Be very, very respectful in your dealings. What Maharaj wants. If Maharaj says stand there, stand there. Right? Some sadhus have some demeanor. They will set the stage. Some are very strict. There is one Maharaj, his name is from San Diego, Badrinarayan Maharaj. Badrinarayan Maharaj, if he is giving class, it has to be pin drop silence. Pin drop silence. If you remove a polythene cover, hidden wiping. Prabhu, can you take you and your polythene cover? Please go outside. Finish. If a child cries in between the class, Mataji, please take your child and go outside. Now, what is your responsibility when such Maharaj comes here? Tell me. You know what the Maharaj. Are you going to think, why is Maharaj so particular about it? Why is so Maharaj like this? Why is it? No. Your job is to serve the sadhu. You know the sadhu doesn't like certain things. You have to make sure before Maharaj comes, tell all the mothers with small children, sit in the back row. Don't sit in the front. And in advance tell them, if you think your baby is becoming restless, please go outside. Are you doing disservice or service? Service. You have to tell clearly, all your polythene bags, keep them inside. Don't make a big sound here. Right? Because that is the expectation. How will we get purified? Cutting false ego means what? Slicing false ego means what? This is called slicing false ego. Our false ego will be sliced by the sadhu by telling us what not to do. And if we stick to that, our false ego will be sliced. But we don't want to give up. Right? I have to do this. I have to do that. Yeah, where am I? Where is this? Don't get into all that. We are here to serve. We are here to learn how to serve. If you are doing that, no, these are things we can implement from today also. Certain things, what I told you. Very respectful in our dealings with everybody. I know sometimes we are friends also. We have that environment here. Friendliness among devotees is very good. But always remember, you are dealing with a devotee. Junior, senior doesn't matter. You are dealing with a devotee. Mataji, Prabhuji doesn't matter. You are dealing with a devotee. And when you are dealing with a devotee, Krishna is watching you. Krishna is watching you. You can be brother, sister also. You can be brother and two brothers also in the same satsang. You can be husband, wife also. But be very mindful, you are dealing with a devotee. Krishna is watching. Right? Familiarity leads to. What does familiarity lead to? No. See. Contempt. You commit mistakes with familiarity. Familiarity doesn't give you an invitation that I am becoming familiar. It will not give you an invitation. You are already becoming familiar. Be very careful. Always very careful. One day I went to talk to Radheshan Prabhu. Radheshan Prabhu was having his lunch, his dinner. I became very familiar. While he is eating, he doesn't talk. And if he talks, he only decides whether he wants to talk or not. I went to tell something that after dinner, probably somebody is taking you there. He did not tell anything. He was having that. Huh, Prabhu? Then he gave one look to his servant. Just one look to his servant. That servant came, Achyut Gopal Prabhu came. Probably he doesn't like to talk when he's eating. I got my message, I got my daughter. You understand? He doesn't like to talk when he's eating. That message came very clearly by him looking at his servant. The servant understood, he came and told me, get out. I mean, not get out. Please get out. I got my message. Because see, you should respect that. Sadhu is, he has that one meal, rarely eats anything. And he also is protecting his health. And he's clear about it. That is how, this is the time I will not eat. If he wants to talk, he'll only call you. Once I was standing outside the room, in temple it happened, I was standing outside the room, he was having his dinner. He felt he has another meeting, but he had to discuss with me something. He told, call Ilan. I'm like, he's eating. Sit. He was eating and he only was talking. He will decide when he wants to do what. You don't decide. Now, is it a license for me to go next year? That day you were speaking. No. Let them decide how they want to be. We have to learn these things. Your comfort zone, don't search in front of a sadhu. A sadhu's job is not to make you comfortable. A sadhu's job is to make you uncomfortable in this material world. So you don't come back to this material world. Don't go and tell the sadhu stop the lecture because it's time to go for dinner. People are waiting. No, never do that. Never do that. I'm not a sadhu, you can do it with me. But don't do it with senior devotees. How? You can't do that. You can't do that. Even if it is their dinner time, don't do that. Don't do that. Very dangerous. They will not like it. They might just stand up and go also. We should be very grateful there are Dhruva's Muni doesn't come in Kaliga. Otherwise, everybody will get one curse for our behavior. So nicely served also, he is ready to give a curse. And we do so many mistakes here. So many mistakes we do without our knowledge. Without our knowledge. Once His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj was giving class in Barsana. And the class was near a kund below Man Mandir. So we come back from Man Mandir, there is a kund there. So what is that kund called? No, not Radha. What is that kund? Where Radha Krishna and all they had water sports. In the kund everybody sits.
Square.
क्या था माता जी? मान मंदिर के नीचे आता है. हाँ. They made the lunch ready. Lunch has to be served. Maharaj went to the kund. The lunch is all ready. Buses are all ready. Lunch came in the buses. 2,000, 3,000 devotees. The old yatra, not recent yatra. I was not there in the yatra. I heard this from a disciple. The managers of the satsang are very eager that everything should happen as per schedule. Lunch is ready, plates are ready, sweet is ready, everything is ready. Maharaj, stop the lecture. I mean, they did not say that, but that is the mood in which they are. Maharaj wants to purify all their hearts. Not this way, but Maharaj his own plan. He started the lecture around, 12 o'clock. He's supposed to get over at 1 o'clock, then have lunch, take the buses back to Vrindavan. There is a plan. Lecture went to 2 o'clock. Managers are, so managing brahmacharis, senior brahmachari. Bola Maharaj, buses are waiting, 2,000 devotees are waiting, small children are there, right? This is there, that is there, all kinds of reasons. Maharaj is telling the class in ecstasy. Everybody is watching Maharaj. Somebody is totally engrossed. 4 o'clock in the evening. Manager is looking. Is this going to be lunch or dinner? Then what should I do with the dinner? Dinner is also getting cooked there. 6 o'clock in the evening. 4.5 hour, 5 hour lecture in the Radha Kund, in that kund. Everybody, huh? No. It's a very famous name. If I remember that. Try to remember. Okay. He is continuing the lecture. 6:30, 7 o'clock. It is getting dark. Nobody is talking about Prasadam. Everybody is seeing Maharaj, and the lecture is going at a. You can hear that lecture actually. You go to yatras in ISKCON Desert, go to Maharajas, different Maharajas, go to Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Then you go to Yatras, in that Yatra go to Vrindavan Yatra, search for 94 or some more lecture. One of those. 6 hours lecture, 5 hours lecture. It's going on. And then Maharaj started Kirtan. They are like, yes, so yeah. Maharaj started Kirtan. Maharaj finished Kirtan. He continued to speak about the Kirtan. Right? And it just went on and on and on and on and on. Around 8:30, Maharaj told, if you are feeling hungry, no, I think everybody is hungry to have prasada. Manager friend of Moya. Maharaj remembered about prasada. Then Maharaj told, if you want to hear more, tell me Haribol. This manager is like, oh. Says, dena, nahi dena, kya hai? What is going to happen? Deep purification. Deep purification. And finally the prasad was served. After that Maharaj said, now let's have prasad. Prasad was served, they all came back. Dinner prasad also I think was brought there only. They mixed the lunch and dinner together. Something that happened over happened. After the whole yatra, everybody were asked, what was the best experience of the whole yatra? Every single devotee told that lecture and that kirtan at the Kund changed the consciousness of the yatra. Now, just think about it. We are thinking from a materialistic standpoint. That comfort to the devotee is right, which is not wrong. Your intent is not wrong. But don't bring that intent and force it on a sadhu when sadhu knows what he is doing. A guru knows, a sannyasi knows what to do with his disciples and how he wants to give, what is the most important thing to give in that particular place. You can have the dinner any time in your life. You can have that lunch any time in your life. But that moment, that day, that situation, in that Kund, in Barsana, below the Man Mandir will not come again. Or may not come again. Sadhu's entire focus is to make you a servant of Radharani. And that moment came, he delivered. He delivered 2,000 people. Everybody got the mercy of Radharani. They got the attachment. That is the purpose of Yatra. He was also concerned about the prasad. But who is guiding the sadhu? Krishna is guiding. Why do you want to come in between and fiddle with it? So we might have our thoughts and good thoughts to serve a sadhu, but don't think sadhu wants it. You don't think that sadhu wants it. Sadhu will tell you when he wants it. Okay? Oh, this Maharaj is coming, he's a foreign Maharaj. I think we'll serve him foreign items. We'll make this, we'll make that. And it will make them happy. There is nothing wrong in you making it. Again, I'm telling you, there is nothing wrong in you making it. There is nothing wrong in you serving it. But don't expect he will eat more. And don't think that he was expecting that. If you are thinking that he was expecting that, then that's offense. Your entire behavior will change. You do it because you want to serve. Not only foreign Maharaj or this Maharaj. Anything you do in front of sadhus, understand that you are tied in the 3 modes. They are not tied in the 3 modes. They have raised above the 3 modes. So deal with them according to their instructions. Any questions?
It's called Radha Sarovar. It's called Radha Sarovar. I'm seeing the pictures. You took me there.
Yeah, we went there. Yeah.
It's called Gachibowli.
Gachibowli.
Radha Sarovar.
Radha Sarovar. Radha Sarovar. Now I remember. Yeah, okay. Remaining neutral and transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active. You're neutral and you're about time and space. Knowing that actually modes are doing everything. A person who is transcendent the modes will not get affected by what is happening, what the modes are doing with others. He will not get affected. Somebody is becoming very angry. Sadhu will not immediately. Yes, modes are affecting him. He is not angry. Modes are pushing him to become angry. He can see the action of modes everywhere. And he knows how to deal with that. Right? Next. Knowing that the modes are alone are active, who is situated in the self and regards alike happiness and distress. There is nothing called happiness, there is nothing called distress for us all. Very difficult for us to conceive these things. Because we are happy, we are happy. We are distressed, we are distressed. But for a sadhu, both are same. Both are same. In both situations, he'll remember Krishna. Oh, you made me happy? Oh, you made me realize that there is no reason to be happy. Both the situations, Krishna is there. Who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eye. Who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, a piece of gold, iPhone 12 with an equal eye. Some reaction came. Doesn't make any difference for us all. What car you are taking doesn't make any difference for us all. You should take the best car. That is your service to us all. Don't think that I am taking this car so you will be happy. No, it doesn't matter. Once when Prabhupada got down in the airport, they bought Rolls Royce car for Prabhupada. Prabhupada just went and sat in that Rolls. In those days, Rolls Royce was not an ordinary car. Even today, it is not. And devotees got a Rolls Royce. Devotees barely are maintaining temple. How they managed to get a Rolls Royce for Prabhupada, God only knows. And Prabhupada did not make a big deal out of it. He just got in, he sat. Sadhu. He went to the temple, reporters came. And the reporter wanted to spot on, take that point and bring Prabhupada's image down. That reporter went to Prabhupada and said, Swamiji, you are all so renounced. Why do you need a Rolls Royce? Why they have to bring you in a Rolls Royce? Now remember, they are dealing with Prabhupada. Huh? They are dealing with Prabhupada. What was Prabhupada's answer? Prabhupada knows how to crush the ego of that person also. I was expecting a golden car, they only got Rolls Royce. That reporter was stunned. What kind of an answer is that? She told, why do you need a Rolls Royce? You are a sadhu. Prabhupada's answer is, I was expecting a golden car. They got just a Rolls Royce. Huh? They got a iron car. It's a very famous person. That reporter, she was trying to find and bring Prabhupada down. He took her further down, saying that I was expecting a golden car. They brought iron car. Rolls Royce. And then Prabhupada told, when we worship a guru, we worship guru like God. If Krishna is coming, what kind of vehicle will you take to take Krishna? That is the vehicle you should go and take your guru. Guru will not expect that, but that's the disciple's job. Take the best you can to bring your guru. But don't expect that your guru will be impressed because you brought that vehicle. That is another condition. Don't expect that. Do it as a service. Do it as a service. Kadam. There ends the matter. Right? So again we should learn. Sadhu is above all these things. So if you are buying, there is one Mataji, when her guru came to Hyderabad, I will not name which guru, which Mataji, she brought a brand new Mercedes Benz. Directly from showroom, the vehicle went to the airport. Directly from showroom. No, nothing in between. Nobody sat in that car. Only the driver is driving. Right? And that's her desire. I want my guru to sit in a car, Mercedes Benz. He came and sat. Did it make a difference to that guru? No. But she did her part. Now there can be devotees who think, she is doing so much show off, she is doing. Why are you thinking like that? She did the best she could. She did the best. You can't do it. She can do it. What is your problem? No, I'm flat. I'm going to discuss. Put the auction on your flat. You think you can't buy Mercedes? You also can buy. She did it. It is her way of expression, and she didn't expect anything in return. My guru should not use a contaminated car. All throughout the stay of the guru, that same car was used. No number plate, nothing. Not registered. Which is roaming around. You should appreciate what other devotees are doing. Don't see faults in it. You could not do. You may not do. It may not be your taste. But don't make it an agenda item to discuss that this is what the guru expects. The guru doesn't expect anything. The disciple also is not expecting anything. It's his service to the guru. That Mataji's service to the guru. Prabhus, the modes of mental nature are so subtle. Without our knowledge, we'll make offenses. Without our knowledge, we'll make offenses. So subtle. It scares actually sometimes when you're dealing with. So that is why the safest thing to do, which I do, which I may, if you permit, I'll tell you what I do. I go and ask my senior what to do. Safest thing. Go and ask, Prabhu, tell me what to do. Don't do, I'll not do. Do, I'll do. How much to do? This much to do. Done. Khatam. No more. Safest thing to do. Take advice from senior Vaishnavas. Don't use your fickle-minded ego to do what you want to do. That's not the agenda. Right? And treat every moment that you get with the senior devotee with treat it as a great opportunity, at the same time with great care. And call and tell. So, for example, some senior devotee is coming to your house. I don't know. You just came. He just came. He came to your house. If I am you, I will call a senior devotee, your Siksha Guru or someone, and inform this devotee is coming. Prabhu, you want to tell me anything? It's a safe thing to do, right? He will not tell no. Without telling me, why did you take that? He will not tell all that. Oh, very nice. And Maharaj is coming to your house. Okay, Prabhu, do a thing. Don't do this. Do this. Make sure. Okay, done. Or you ask his servant. Make sure, done. He is giving some advices. You are safe. He is safe. Your devotion is safe. Right? That's the best thing to do. When you, first of all, ask the servant. Always approach any senior devotee not directly through his servant. Never ever approach any senior devotee directly. Unless it is direly needed. Unless direly needed. Whenever I have to call, I'm telling an example, don't think I'm following everything. But whenever I have to call Nigal Kishore Prabhu, I first check with his servants. What is Prabhuji doing? Is he right now available? Right? If I have to call Radhesham Prabhu, I call his servant, Vaishnav Sharan Prabhu. What is Prabhuji doing? Is he available? Right? Deal with their servants, you are always safe. You will not get fried. If you directly call, sometimes you get deep fried. You don't want to get them. And very mercifully, their servants are there for that purpose. If somebody has kept a servant, means he is there for that purpose. He will go and give the phone. Prabhuji, no, this Leelan Das called you. Yeah, let's see. Leelan Prabhu, Dandavat, tell me. Okay, Prabhu. Okay. Done. Easiest way to handle everything. Right? When Loknath Maharaj had to come here, how did we approach? I had Loknath Maharaj's email ID also. Radhesham Prabhu sent his email ID and also his servants. What is servant's email ID? Huh? And another, there is another. Padmamali Prabhu. Radhesham Prabhu told. Padmamali Prabhu is the servant of Loknath Maharaj. Here is Loknath Maharaj's ID. What should I immediately think? Hare Krishna, Loknath Maharaj, please accept me. You come to Hyderabad, I am Leelanand Das. What are you? Padmamali Prabhu. This is Leelanandas. Can you please forward this? Inform Maharaj, beg for his association. We are sending. Here is his disciple, Sakya Prem Prabhu Center. He is also in the CC. We together want to invite Radhesham Prabhu in the CC. He has approved me to write to you. Can you? He will immediately act. And when he goes and tells to Maharaj, Maharaj will agree. Simple, no? When Hanumanji says, Ram will not agree? Obviously, he'll agree. Hanumanji says, Ram will agree. Hanumanji told, he is Vibhishan, Rakshash Kula, but he is good. Take him. He took him. This is Leelanandas, Rakshash Kula, take him. Take him. Because it is coming, recommendation is coming. Easiest way. Deal with senior devotees with a senior recommendation. Your life will be peaceful in ISKCON. Your life will be peaceful in devotion also. Yet to vanti tappul zargavu. Right? But if you bring your false ego in between saying that I think I got the experience of dealing with senior devotees, now I know how to deal without asking, Bida, cinema started. You will do your mistakes. You will do your mistakes. Everybody is vulnerable to do mistakes. Why? Because the three modes of material nature are sitting on your head. But a pure devotee will always transcend the three modes by taking shelter of somebody who has already transcended the three modes. Why do we go to a guru? Guru has already transcended the three modes. He can directly pick you up from where you are, take you on the top of three modes and take you back to God. That's why guru is needed. The acharya is needed because they are already above that. Don't ever try to do some impressive acts in front of a pure devotee. Pure devotee knows what you are doing. Right? Just be normal, straight. This is the thing, Maharaj, please. They will be very, very kind. And you've seen how kind Maharajas are. Very kind. They will see many faults, but they will not see any faults. Once one devotee, I will not name him, foreign devotee. He went to my Guru Maharaj, Dadanath Swami Maharaj. Maharaj, if you see any faults in me, please let me know. Maharaj told, no problem. You are perfect. You are doing everything good. No problem. And devotee was like, he only shared with me. He only shared with me. What is the Prabhu's name? Denver. You don't have to name. So, he told that Maharaj told, no, you are doing perfect. Then he said, okay, Maharaj. I'm done. I'm like, my mission is accomplished. I wanted to ask, you told I'm not doing any faults. Then he was like, okay, Maharaj, okay, Maharaj, okay, Maharaj. He was going back like this, okay, Maharaj, okay, Maharaj. Maharaj is sitting there just looking at him. He is going to the door, he is closing the door, he is going outside the room, reverse. Okay, Maharaj, okay, Maharaj. Then he is closing the door. The door is 1 feet away to close, 10 inches away to close, 1 inch. But if I want to see, I can see a lot. Maharaj told. The door closed. Just before the door closed, Maharaj said, but I want to see, I can see a lot. The door closed. The Prabhuji was like, Krishna, what does it mean? He doesn't want to see, he is not seeing faults. But he gave a clear answer. If I want to see, I can see a lot. That is our situation. So who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is equal towards the desirable and the undesirable. See, beautiful. Who is equal towards the desirable and the undesirable. Can you give an example? A devotee who treated desirable and undesirable in the same way. Haridas Thakur. When the prostitute came and sat in front of him, how did he treat her? Is she desirable? No. Is she undesirable? Yes. But did he treat in a different way? No. He just continued to chant. He is equally disposed because he is seeing the soul, not the body. He is chanting. And then after some time, she became a devotee. If he would have reacted to that saying, undesirable, how dare you come into my ashram? Will she become a devotee? No, she cannot become a devotee. But that is the greatness of a person who has transcended the modes. He can deal with anyone. Once one devotee was telling, foreign devotee, they do very difficult preaching in the West. Preaching in the West is very difficult, especially for sadhus, sannyasis. So there is a festival in America called Rainbow Festival. Now, because I told you don't need to research on it, don't do that. Because everybody is naked in that festival. That is a festival. And one devotee decided to distribute books in that festival. And he did not tell what exactly the festival is. Sadhus all went. And as soon as they went to the festival, where did you bring us? Everybody is dancing naked. That is the famous thing about the festival. But their consciousness did not get affected. And they did not want to find fault. They just sat there, did their service, came back. That's it. Can you and me do that? Don't even try that. Don't even try that. They are above it. Prabhupada dealt with so many people like that. Prabhupada was giving a class. One person came standing naked in the class. I know, yeah. Swamiji, yeah. He did not even stop the class. He just gave the entire class. Doesn't get affected. He does not want to, he is above that. Because he wants to purify. That person might have become a devotee later. That person came to disturb the class. And it also happened once, I think, what is that Prabhuji's name? Big Prabhuji, proper disciple. Come on. Brahmanand Prabhu. So one person came, he was shouting in the class. You know, like Prabhupada was giving the class, you Swamiji, you are telling the... completely disturbing the class. Prabhupada just continued the class. Brahmanand Prabhu got agitated. He literally went, caught that fellow. Brahmanand Prabhu is 7 feet tall. He literally pulled that person, took him outside. Don't you know you should not disturb the sannyasi when he is giving a class? What is your problem? He went outside, he took a stone, broke the glass of the center. Prabhupada heard that glass breaking. After the class, he called Brahmanand Prabhu. Who asked you to take him out? You took him out, see what he did. Now you have to pay for the class also. Additional expense for our center. He was disturbing me. I am okay with that. Just leave them. He wants to do something. Let him do what he is doing. You don't have to go and, bring that person out. You try to, intent is right. But then you are dealing with crazy people. Right? People who are drug addicts. People who are not in their mind and their senses. What rules will you teach to that person? Just leave him there. He will disturb for some time. He himself will calm down. You took him outside. You gave him a peace of mind. He gave a piece of his mind. Right? So Prabhupada knew how to handle everybody. Even though he was not from the West, that's the greatness of Prabhupada. He exactly knew how to handle the Western people. A person who is drugged also, Prabhupada knew how to handle him. A hippie also he knew how to handle him. Where to react, where not to react. We cannot imagine the amount of patience Prabhupada had. Unbelievable amount of patience Prabhupada had. One night Prabhupada was writing his book. This is a very famous pastime. He was writing, translating. Cold winter. This is not cold winter. What you see in Hyderabad is not winter. Don't even think about it. Not a subtle form of winter. Winter means you should go to East Coast in America. It's like hellish winter. If you go outside, you stand outside without protection, within half an hour you will die. You will die. It will be minus 20, minus something, crazy winter. And Prabhupada comes from India. And Prabhupada is translating in the night 2 o'clock, something like that. It was a storefront, the new storefront. Right? So some people used to come and attend the class of Prabhupada and they used to go. Prabhupada doesn't know where they stay. They all come and go. Prabhupada was given the storefront, so Prabhupada will stay in the storefront. In the storefront only, Prabhupada used to stay. That was his house also, that was temple also. In the night he was translating. 2 o'clock or something in the night, midnight, one girl came. Young girl, she came. You heard of this person? She came. Tuck, 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 tuck. She was knocking the shutter. Door, whatever. Prabhupada saw. Who is this girl? Now, he opened the door. Saying, what do you want, girl? Who are you? That girl, Thakat, she came into the center. As soon as he opened the door, she came into the center. So Prabhupada felt this might be some propaganda. Young girl, I am there here, inside the center. It's not a right situation. That she is inside the center, I am inside the center. Prabhupada went out. As soon as she entered, Prabhupada went out. As soon as Prabhupada went out, the girl came out and the door closed. Khata. Door is closed. It is an auto-locked door. You know what I'm saying, right? If you don't have the key, you can't open it. It's locked. Peak of winter, minus 20 degrees. Prabhupada is standing outside, shivering. No protection he has because he did not plan for this visit. It's not like he went to the door wearing a coat, wearing a muffler. He just went. And the girl came inside, he went outside, the girl came outside, the door closed. And the girl was not telling anything. Prabhupada said, why did you come? What do you want? She was not telling anything. And Prabhupada went to open the door. He could not open the door. Just imagine, founder Acharya of ISKCON is standing outside mid of the night in New York City. No help. He can die. And Prabhupada could remember which person is coming from which direction to his class. He literally went in that direction. He climbed the stairs without knowing. 2 o'clock in the night, he knocked the door. Luckily, that house belonged to a devotee who used to come. Prabhupada also didn't know that. He saw Prabhupada, Swamiji, what are you doing? Mid of the night, you don't have protection? He immediately brought a coat, put it on Prabhupada, and said, what is going on? And Prabhupada said, this girl, I don't know what she wants. She came and she was knocking the door. I did not know what to do. I came outside, she came outside and got auto lock. Luckily, that devotee had the key of the center also. See how Krishna helps. He was the devotee who had the spare key. So immediately took the key, took Prabhupada to the center. He asked that girl, what do you want? Why are you coming and disturbing? What exactly you want? She was on drug. She was completely not in her consciousness. And he opened the door and he told Prabhupada, I will stay here tonight. He said, okay. Prabhupada said, yeah, you can stay. Why? Because if the girl returns, I will handle her. I will stay. So that's the service of a devotee. He said, I'll stay. Prabhupada said, you can stay. And the devotee just went and sat there. And Prabhupada went into his room. Without any disturbance, Prabhupada continued the translation. And this is the offering, memory offering of the devotee who opened the door. You go to YouTube and he'll tell this whole story. His offering was a pure devotee, in spite of such a horrible incident happening, he is not even affected a tinge. He was translating, he was writing a purport. All this happened. He came back to the center. He opened the door. Now he is inside. He continued the same purport. So, a pure devotee can see how the modes are acting around. He can see. Prabhupada could have sat there and, any other person would have sat there and had a big discussion about what kind of girls are there in New York City. Why she had to come in the night. What happens with the winter. If I would have been outside, I would have died. Right? I think I should have not gone outside. I think it was wrongly planned. Some nonsense we can discuss for the whole night. Prabhupada did not waste a single second. He went inside, he opened his book, he continued his translation. And the devotee was standing. Maybe he was expecting that he will ask something. Prabhupada didn't ask anything. He just went inside, continued his translation. That's exactly what Krishna is telling here. Who is equal, who are desirable, undesirable, who is steady, situated equally when in praise or blame, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friend and enemy, and was renounced of all material activities. We can see that in pure devotees. they are not affected at all. Even if we misbehave in whatever way, they don't get affected. Doesn't mean it's a license for us to behave like that. Right? But they are above all these things. If they start seeing faults in us, I don't think any initiation will happen in ISKCON. No Maharaj will initiate anybody. If they start seeing faults in us, they are initiating and taking a risk. They are actually taking a risk that, okay, we'll try to help this person who is trying to come towards the Parampara. Such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature. I'll just read the purport. Please listen. Arjuna submitted 3 different questions, and the Lord answers them one after another. In these verses, Krishna first indicates that a person transcendentally situated has no envy and does not hanker for anything. When a living entity stays in this material world, embodied by the material body, it is to be understood that he is under the control of one of the 3 modes of material nature. When he is actually out of the body, then he is out of the clutches of the material modes of nature. But as long as he is not out of the material body, he should be neutral. He should engage himself in devotional service of the Lord, so that his identity with the material body will ultimately be forgotten. When one is conscious of the material body, he acts only for sense gratification. But when one transfers the consciousness to Krishna, sense gratification automatically stops. What a statement. If you're thinking about your body, the sense gratification will not leave you. If you're thinking about Krishna, sense gratification will automatically leave you. Simple. The answer is Krishna consciousness. One does not need this material body, and he does not need to accept the dictations of the material body. The qualities of the material modes in the body will act. But as a spirit soul, the self is aloof from such activities. How does he become aloof? He does not desire to enjoy the body, nor does he desire to get out of it. Even trying to get out of the body, saying, "Relieve me from this body," is also sense gratification. Right? Because you want a better body. You don't like your body right now. Thus, transcendentally situated, the devotee becomes automatically free. He does not try to become free from the influence of the modes of material nature. So he's not trying to deliberately say, "I am going to try my best to come out of the modes of material." He will just leave them aside. He will recognize them, and he will do his service. That's all. You don't have to put extraordinary effort. Tomorrow morning, I'm stopping all the modes from affecting me. It will not work like that. It will not work like that. Modes will keep affecting you. You keep doing your service. And always remember that the modes are in action. The next question concerns the dealings of the transcendentally situated person. The materially situated person is affected by so-called honor and dishonor offered to the body. But the transcendentally situated person is not affected by such false honor and dishonor. He performs his duty in Krishna consciousness and does not mind whether a man honors or dishonors him. He accepts things that are favorable for his duty in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, he has no necessity of anything material, either a stone or gold. He takes everyone as his dear friend who helps him in the execution of Krishna consciousness, and he does not hate his so-called enemy. Sally Agarwal, the wife of Agarwal in the house where Prabhupada stayed, he could have hated her for keeping beef in the same fridge and vegetables in the same fridge. Prabhupada did not say a single word. He took the vegetables, he cooked, and he served her prasadam. Completely unaffected. Right? There is a beautiful saying I heard. If purity cannot deal with impurity, then what kind of purity is that? Right? If purity cannot deal with impurity, then what kind of purity is that? If sadhu cannot tolerate nonsense, then what kind of a sadhu is he? He will automatically tolerate. He knows how to tolerate. And you're not testing your sadhu, saying that, okay, now I'll test, we'll see if tolerate or not. That's not the point. But point is, purity is greater than impurity. There are many people who turned away from Bhakti in India because of the behavior of Brahmanas. Don't touch this. Go, get out. Don't come inside. Go on. You are contaminated. Don't do. Don't. Listen, this is what is the behavior if you go close to God. I don't want that God. I don't want that. And this is how you treat people. But Vaishnavas never treat people anything like that. Vaishnava sees Krishna in everybody. The principle, when wrongly applied, leads to atheistic mentality. Who creates atheists? Theists create atheists. Atheists are not dropping from the sky, saying, I am a born atheist. Nobody is a born atheist. He is made an atheist. By whom? By the behavior of a theist. How you behave with a person makes him atheist. Yes. He takes everyone as a dear friend who helps him in the execution of Krishna consciousness, and he does not hate his so-called enemy. He is equally disposed and sees everything on an equal level because he knows perfectly well that he has nothing to do with material existence. Social and political issues do not affect him because he knows the situation of temporary upheavals and disturbances. He does not attempt anything for his own sake. He can attempt anything for Krishna, but for his own self, he does not attempt anything. By such behavior, one becomes actually transcendently situated. He will not take risk for himself, to test himself. He will take the risk to serve Krishna. Right? To serve Krishna is taking the risk. He is not going there. I'll go into the Rainbow Festival and see if I'll get affected. No, you will get affected. You are already affected. Your decision to go there itself is the effect of that. But if you are there and you remember Krishna and say, okay, I am serving Krishna, forget about all this. Whatever happened, happened. I am here to serve Krishna. Nothing will affect you. But you try to test yourself, Pakka will fail in that test. Don't try to fight with Maya. Serve Krishna. Don't try to fight with Maya. Serve Krishna. Maya will automatically allow you. Thank you very much. We'll end it here. This is a very beautiful verse. Maybe next week we'll discuss. Mam chayo vijayana bhakti yogina sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma pujaya kalpate. Part of Bhakti Shastri. Yes, I know. Hare Krishna. Any questions, reflections? Sorry if I spoke anything strong. Please forgive me. I am struggling. I have struggled. I have gone beaten up. That experience only I am sharing. Hare Krishna. No article. Article. Plate is ready. Okay. Bring the plate with you. Who is doing that? Allocate it. What is going on? Okay, today. Okay, next week then. It's okay. Next week. Namaste Narasimhaya. भक्त विघ्नाश नरसिंह भगवान की श्रीमद प्रहलाद महाराज की एवं विष्णुपाद ब्रह्म प्रकाचार्य स्तोत्र यजमान के श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की एवं विष्णुपाद ब्रह्म प्रकाचार्य स्तोत्र यजमान के भक्ति सिद्धांत स्वामी गोस्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद नमाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की वृंदावन 6 गोस्वामी जी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय ओम श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय पुरुषोत्तम श्री जगन्नाथ धाम की जय पुण्य क्षेत्र वृंदावन धाम की जय गंगे माई की जय भक्ति देव की जय कलियुग बाण तुलसी महारानी की जय हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय ट्रांसजेंडर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय ट्रांसजेंडर प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंद जय ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असम्बली डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असम्बली डिवोटीज all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripasindubhyascha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha, Koti Vaishnavavrinda ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna Prabhu, so this week is a very special week. The coming week we have Nityananda Trayadashi. Lord Nityananda Prabhu is going to come and is going to prepare all of us for receiving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu next. Right? So we are celebrating Nityananda Trayadashi in the center on Thursday. So please inform your employers, customers, you are not available that evening. Now itself you can set an expectation. If they don't understand, put a doctor appointment. Just kidding. Make it work. Try to come here. Yeah, if you come in office clothes, that's okay because it's a working day. Or you can bring your devotional clothes in your bags and change it here. Let's celebrate in a grand way. We will start with Abhishekam of God Nitai. Deities are already coming. Bhagavad deities are coming. So we'll do Abhishekam here. And then we will have nice Kirtan. Nityananda Prabhu does a lot of Kirtan. Right? A nice Kirtan. Ravi Prabhu, you are evening that day. And whoever else wants to join Kirtan, please do. And then we'll have a small Katha of Nityananda Trayadashi. And then we'll disperse for Prashad. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Who is singing Mahaprabhu? Sorry, later.
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे
नाम ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे
कल्प पुण्यावत